others vault you over the Johnsons and Birds and Russells and Chamberlains and all that?
No, because I think that's something that I really can't say can be established. Each one of us playing at different eras with different teams with different levels of success, and to compare all of them and say one's better than the next, it's an unfair justice to the art or to the artists. You know, being that Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, all the guys before me were the artists of this game of basketball, and we've all learned from them.
All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So I've been getting some cool videos pop up on my feed lately, and a lot of them, I don't know what, I must have clicked on something, and I'm getting a cool trickle of stuff like this. The 1996 post-game interview that will shut down the GOAT debate. Forget about the GOAT debate part. What sticks out to me is when I read the description, it says that this is after the Bulls won 70 games in 1996, and it's a post-game interview, or not an interview, but a press conference after the game with Michael Jordan. And apparently, you know, like, I can't remember it too clear, but I do remember something along the lines of Jordan basically just not celebrating it much at all and just focusing on the main prize, which was the championship. So I just wanted to check this one out with you guys to see how different the mindset has become from back in the 90s to how it is now when it comes to sports and achievements and what the true mission and the drive behind these athletes were, the great ones at least. So anyways, not going to blab too much. This video is coming from a channel called Goatness, I just noticed. First time hearing about this channel. And like I usually do, I will subscribe to this if I enjoy it, which I'm probably gonna. So let's be real. But I'm gonna link the original video down below for you guys in the description, like I always do. Everybody, please leave this video a like. It helps out a bunch, and I appreciate you all. Let's check this out, huh?
They're going to walk away from here with 70 wins. Pippen holds the ball in the backcourt as it ticks down.
Nice.
The Bulls, 70 wins.
There it is. 70 has become a reality for the Chicago Bulls. 70 wins on the season for the Chicago Bulls. And as they come off the floor, Johnny Kerr is down at the end of the floor. He'll bring us some of the interviews.
Coach Phil Jackson with the 70 wins. You are now part of history.
Well, it's great for this ball club. I'm really proud of the organization, the ball club, to do this. We didn't have a beautiful game tonight, Red, but we got away with it.
Isn't this your type of game, though? You get in the mud, slug it out. You know you're going to play half-court basketball.
Win it with defense. That's a trademark.
All right, what to shoot for now?
Win it with defense. I love it. I miss Phil.
Oh, you rest the guys a little bit, or do you go right after it?
You bet. Championships what we're after.
Championships what they're after.
Yep.
Coach Jackson, Scottie Pippen. Scottie, part of history right now, baby. 70 wins.
It's great, Red. You know, it's kind of great to get this pressure off our backs. You know, going into this game, this team came out and really played us hard. And you got to give the Bucks credit. This is probably the best game they played all season, and we had to really gut it out in the second half.
Now, I was going to say, what went through your mind there? The second quarter, very slow, 12 points. You guys didn't look like you were going to get it together at all.
Well, we knew we had to pick up the defense. I thought we allowed them too many second shots opportunity. They shot poorly from the field as well as we did, but they got a lot of second shot opportunities.
All right, you
So defensive rebounding, okay.
Michael and Dennis have been forces all year again, but today Luke Longley stepped in big time.
Luke.
I think Luke played big parts. I thought Ron came in and did a great job. Steve knocked a couple big plays, threes down. And, you know, this whole team has been playing big all season, and we haven't relied on one player. It's been a team.
I know you're going for the championship now, but what does the 70 mean to you, Scottie?
It's great. I think, you know, this team really deserves to be a part of history. We've been very dedicated on this season, trying to win and go out and be focused on every game, and it finally paid off for us.
Did you think back in training camp you had a shot at something like this?
No, not really, Red. I think our main focus was to come in here and have a good season and prepare ourselves for the playoffs. But it's been extra special. It's been more than just a regular season to us.
Well, you've been extra special to watch this year. Thanks. Get in the locker room and celebrate with your team.
All right, thanks.
Now, I miss humble
Now
Scottie
with
Pippen.
70 wins on the season, 70-9 on the season.
Okay, so it's been a while since I've got to see this. So that was it. That was the previous mark, 69. And that was from the 71 Lakers. Wow, 1971. That's before my time, guys. Was that Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West? I think so. And to look at the Sixers, dude, in 66, 67, putting up 68 wins. Damn. I forget the Bulls were there too earlier.
The Lakers, of course, had the 69 and 13. Now Michael goes over and Reds, partner, what does it mean?
Well, I think it's a successful comeback for myself and for the organization. I mean, last year we went through some disappointments at the end of the season, and we vowed to come back and get ourselves back on top. And this is just one step. I must admit, we didn't start the season and say, hey, we're going to win 70 games. We start the season and say we're going to win a championship. We're halfway there right now.
Are you glad it's over now?
Wait, did you hear him? He said we're halfway there right now. That's awesome. That's so cool.
The 70 is attained.
Yeah, I'm glad. And now we can focus on the playoffs, which is the most important thing right now.
All right, get in the locker room, take a shower. Great work.
He didn't even want to talk about the 70
To win
wins.
70 games, we started out to win a championship, and I think that's still our motivation. It's just so happened that we've had some success very early and some dominance very early, and here we are at 70 games. And I know many questions are going to be asked is, what is the meaning of 70? How does it feel, and how does it affect the team? I can save you guys the trouble of asking the question. I think quite naturally it's going to take some time for this to sink in, because we've been pretty much motivated for winning the championship, which is still our intent, but we just never really wanted to put so much emphasis on winning 70. I think after the time's over with and after we win a championship and have time to look back, 70 games is going to mean a lot.
Did you just hear him? Did you just hear how confident he is? He said after we win the championship, then they'll look back. Listen.
Wanted to put so much emphasis on winning 70. I think after the time's over with and after we win a championship and have time to look back, 70 games is going to mean a lot. But right now, it's just one of those goals and those achievements in the course of a year that we must pay praise to and be very happy that we have achieved it, but we must still stay focused to try to win a championship.
And that's a guy who knows what he's talking about, because, it's like winning the MVP, which he has, and then not winning a championship. It doesn't mean that much afterwards. Ask Dirk Nowitzki. He'll tell you the exact same thing. So he's not focused on the side missions. He's focused on the main quest here.
First half, how much can you attribute that to the pressure of winning the game?
Well, it was a very ugly game, but sometimes ugly is beautiful in a sense. And I think we came out and put a lot of pressure on ourselves to try to end the whole 70 concept right here in Milwaukee. Sorry, Milwaukee, but this is the best opportunity for us to end it was right here. And we kind of put some added pressure on ourselves, and we really didn't seem fluent in rhythm as a team. Everyone tried to do what they could to carry the load, and we ended up making it a lot harder. And Milwaukee came out with nothing to lose. They've played us well in the past, and tonight wasn't any different. They played us extremely well, and we had a dogfight in the second half. Defensively, we stepped up our pressure a little bit, and we were able to slow them down offensively. And our offense really wasn't clicking, but we made some big shots.
I mean, something so obvious that's shifted now is listen to how much emphasis there is on defense. Phil said it, Scotty said it, MJ saying it. Defense wins championships. And now I hear all the young players, they all say the same thing. Offense wins championships. It's a whole different ball game.
The game after the final buzzer. What were your emotions then, and did you savor that more?
Real quick, guys, how many of you guys played organized basketball, or not even organized? You played in the parks or whatever growing up in the 90s and the 80s. Did you guys pride yourself on defense? Because I sure as hell did. Like, that was my main mission, was to shut down the guy I'm guarding. And after that was to destroy him on the offensive end. But my main mission, even if my shot was off, I would still make it a priority to shut down my opponent. Like, that's the goal. Make it hard for you to score. I don't know. Like, let me know if you guys came from the same fundamental value. But I learned it from these guys, I learned it from MJ and all these other guys. that's how you win.
Well, it was a sigh of relief.
Wait, what was that clip here? Sorry. All right, Tony's complaining to the ref. MJ pulls him away. Yep.
Well, it was
Smart.
a sigh of
Stay
relief
focused.
because everyone put so much meaning in terms of into the 70, then a little bit more than what I put into it. I'm happy, believe me. I'm not disappointed at all. I'm very happy we achieved this. Now, if 70 means you guaranteeing us a championship, then I'll be even more happier. But we know that pressure adds from this point forward because we have put our names in the history books, and I think that's great. But I want to continue to do that with the final piece of this puzzle, which is the championship. So my emotion was a little bit different. I mean, I really didn't have the same effect as winning a championship.
I can just think of right now Kobe Bryant saying, "Job not done. Job done. Job not done." It's the same freaking thing.
How does this rank along with some of the other accomplishments?
It's hard to rank it right now. I mean, it's so early, and I want my $5, Vin. It's so early to even try to compare the two, you know, or all the things that I've done. You know, 70 games is a great record to have been a part of, but to say that it's above the championships and the world championships and the national championships and the gold medals, it's too early to compare that.
Mike, in a normal season, after you guys clinched home court, you would have backed off a little bit on minutes and rested for the playoffs. Are you at all concerned at how hard you guys have to go to the range down the stretch?
No, I'm not concerned. I think it's been a good test, a good motivation for us for the finishing of the season. I think it's kept us in sharp condition. A lot of times when you capitalize on your opportunities of winning the division, your home court advantage, and all the different things that we won, you tend to relax.
Yep.
Well, in this way, we can stay sharp, you know, and I imagine my minutes will diminish a little bit now, being that we accomplished this. But I want to remain playing because I think that's important to have game rhythm and game sharpness.
By the way, he played all 82 games this season, so he did not load manage whatsoever. He didn't sit, nothing. They won 2 more games after this.
About what Real had to do to get you guys to win 7 games.
Well, I think, I mean, he mentally he challenged us in all different ways, and that wasn't every night. You know, we're mature and adult players, and some of us are veterans to a point where we know how to get ourselves motivated. But when we went through stretches where we really had tough times motivating ourselves, he was very good at giving us a challenge and pushing us when we needed to be pushed. And I think he has so much respect of all the players that you don't have too much rebellious attitudes. You know, it's acceptance. It's a constructive criticism that we have accepted from Phil because we feel he's a great leader, and
Wow.
we're willing to go out and fight for him as well as for ourselves.
I'm sorry. There's just certain things that are said that I miss hearing so much. I'm going to play that back one more time. Listen to how he talks about Phil. How coachable this guy is.
All the players that you don't have too much rebellious attitudes. You know, it's acceptance. It's a constructive criticism that we have accepted from Phil because we feel he's a great leader, and we're willing to go out and fight for him as well as for ourselves.
I love it.
There's a lot of cigars passed around. You know, I think we were very reserved a little bit. We know this is not the ultimate goal. We didn't want to get overboard in terms of our success and how we share that or experience it. But I think, you know, if we win a championship, you'll see a much more enthusiastic party.
Yeah.
Believe us.
Yes, sir.
Well, I know you
Yes,
said
sir.
that 70's not important until you win a 4th title. But if you could rank it right now, and don't give me the answer, I'm going to have to wait till the end of the season. If you could rank 70 wins right now among all of your accomplishments, top 10, where would it go?
Depends on what accomplishments you're talking about. I got quite a few. Well, of my top 10, first championship is probably one. Want me to go down the list? You got a pencil, pen?
Do it.
The first championship is probably number 1, world championship. Then my national championship. then my Olympic, 84, then the second championship, NBA, third NBA, then the second gold medal, and then draft day, and then 70 wins, I guess. So as you see right now, it's I really don't see the importance until I step back and look back and say, hey, man, that was a major accomplishment. You know, it's so early right now. I mean, the pressure's added now that we won 70 games that we have to win a championship. If we win a championship, when we win the championship this year,
When?
I'm pretty sure it's going to rank right up in the top 3.
I'm just going to say what's on everyone's mind right now. The difference is if this was a player from nowadays, and you know who I'm talking about, he'd be saying, that made me 70 wins. That one right there made me the greatest of all time. And would have just individualized it and taken away the whole team aspect of it, taken all the credit for it. Instead, MJ is not doing that at all. In fact, he's watering it down to a point where he's like, yeah, dude, all these other accomplishments meant way more to me, you know, and he's listing all these team scenarios, championships, gold medals, etc., college championship, all that stuff. Winning is the ultimate goal, and that's why MJ's my dude, man.
Excuse me?
How gratifying was to hear the crowd applause as it was a home game for you up here in Milwaukee?
It's very similar to a home game. I'm sorry, Milwaukee. We had a lot of fans, and I knew it felt like we were playing at home, but it was gratifying no matter where we did it to get it over and done with. And at least some Chicago people saw us. We can go back home in our own beds and, you know, celebrate with our families and you know, and their kids. And I'm looking forward to that.
Michael, do you think that this accomplishment, combined with all your others, vaults you over the Johnsons and Birds and Russells?
Oh,
and
see, they're opening the door for him. They're opening the door for him to do it. So they're asking him, like, does this put you above all the other greats? Holy crap.
Your others vault you over the Johnsons and Birds and Russells and Chamberlains and
No, because I think that's something that I really can't say can be established. Each one of us play in our different eras with different teams with different levels of success, and to compare all of them and say one's better than the next, it's an unfair justice to the art or to the artists. You know, being that Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, all the guys before me were the artists of this game of basketball, and we've all learned from them, and we've improved the picture to a certain extent. And to say that one improvement is better than all of it, it's an unfair assessment.
You've been saying you
Man.
can't wait till 70's over because the media
Man, I love it.
Your back. Realistically, with the playoffs right around the corner, you think we're going to go away?
At least we got a week, couple weeks, you know, which is probably the biggest breather we've had in a while. So I know it's not going to be a bigger story at 71 as it was at 70 or 72 or 73. So, and then we got a week in between the playoffs and the end of the season. So we at least have a breather from you guys. We know it's going to heat back up and the pressure's going to increase. And I think with the breather, we be ready to answer some of the stupid questions that we're going to get.
Oh, man, I wasn't expecting that ending. Oh, dude. That's so great. Yeah, so I'm building up to this game, I'm sure, 100%. Every day in the press, they were probably constantly asking all of them, you know, are you guys going to break the record? Are you going to break the record? And they're tired of thinking about it, tired of talking about it. So it's like getting a monkey off your back. You know, I can't help but just think, you know, imagine. All right, the in-season tournament. When the Lakers won it last season, right? The first in-season tournament. Do you guys remember that celebration they had? They had champagne and the goggles, and like they acted like they won a freaking NBA championship, right? And I'll never get that image out of my head, because could you imagine the Bulls, like the 96 Bulls winning the in-season tournament? They would have done nothing. They would have just been like, all right, back to the regular season. You know, we got a championship to win. There's no celebrating without the championship. And you see, they asked Jordan here about like what did they do in the locker room, and all they did was just light a couple cigars, you know. And heck, knowing Jordan, he's probably the one who gave everyone cigars. He's like, here you go, you earned this, you know. Now back to the main mission. I just the contrast of people's mindset and focus level back then to where it is now, it's crazy. It's crazy different. It's crazy polarized. It's I don't even know what to say. I'm smiling over here just because this is the world I miss. You know, when the athletes, or not just athletes, but like the people we look up to, acted like this. Like this is the way they portrayed themselves. This is the way they spoke. They spoke with respect. You know, he had every opportunity to say like, yeah, we're the best ever, blah 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 blah. I'm the best ever. Yeah, this does put me above Magic and Bird and Wilt and Russell. Nah, man, he's not going for any of that stuff. He's being respectful to not only the game of basketball, but to his peers, and like he said, the artists who came before him that paved the way. And that's why, like, I find it really important as I'm getting older and the world has changed so much to go back and watch this kind of stuff, because it explains why I am the way I am. Because I'm not really a conformist. I guess you could always, like, since I was a young age, you can call me a non-conformist. So I'm always kind of going against the grain and just trying to be authentic, and to maintain my own integrity. And when I go back and I watch stuff like this, it reminds me of where I got this from. Like, this is who I was, and it's still who I am. And the reason I feel so different than a lot of the rest of the world at this point is because they changed. You know, their ethics and their values has changed. While mine have stayed pretty much the same as they were when I was a younger man. Anyways, I'm blabbing. I apologize. This just got me thinking of a lot of stuff I wasn't expecting. I just thought it was going to be a cool presser, but Jordan hit on so many things that just remind me of the old way, you know? The old way of just having integrity, not patting yourself, you know, not slapping yourself with honey or whatever, like Dreamers Pro likes to say. You know, you don't have to do that. If you're truly great, everybody else is going to tell you you're great. You don't have to do it yourself. And that's my issue with a lot of young men nowadays, is they look for any opportunity, even if they cheat or they fabricate it or it's a lie or whatever it is, they can't wait to credit themselves and make it public. And that's just so the opposite of me. Anyways, everyone, with that, I'm out of here. Let me know what your comments are on this one. I want to know, are you feeling the same thing I'm feeling here? You having some of the same kind of thoughts? Anyways, I'm out. Thanks for watching so much, everybody. I had a good time on this one. I'll see you in the After Dark. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. I'd really appreciate that. And hit that bell notification if you want to get notified for tonight's video. And yeah, I'll see you in the After Dark and see you in the comments before then, all right? Thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Peace out.